Assalamu alaikum guys, I am Akib and welcome to another video of Reaction Chamber. Today we are going to react on a very amazing video. This video is about the Ottoman Empire, the help of Ottoman Empire to one country. We know that Turks and Ottomans and all in the history of Turks never discriminate between Muslim and non-Muslims. Whenever there is a discussion and talk about the people oppressed, if anybody is oppressed, Turk are going to help them, whether Muslim, whether non-Muslim, whatever religion they have, whatever society they belong to. Even if the enemies are at the bad position or need help, they are going to give them help also. So it is the great example of Ottoman Empire who have helped Ireland at the time of famine in Ireland. There was a very great famine in Ireland, and the greatest and biggest aid given by any of the empire was Ottoman Empire. Like the British Empire, the very big empire, and obviously having same religions, they only give I think so 2 to 3,000 pounds at that time, and Ottomans give 10,000 pounds of aid to Ireland. We'll go straight for the video and look at this history thing, what they did and how they did. Before going for the video, hit the like button if you like the video. Comment down below the links of other videos you want us to give reaction on. If you are the first one on the channel, subscribe the channel and hit the notification button so that you will be notified about all other videos uploaded on our channel. So let's go guys for the video. And start.
How an Ottoman Sultan helped Ireland during the Great Famine. The Great Famine in the mid-19th century was one of the most devastating events in Irish history. Between 1845 and 1852, potato blight hit the island's potato crop. The potato was a staple item of food in Ireland. A lack of good harvesting led to mass starvation, disease, and the deaths of nearly 1 million people.
Whoa, death of 1 million people. So like the biggest crop of that country was destroyed. It didn't grow well, and that was the reason of famine. But 1 million people died. It was a very, you can say, big disaster. Let's see what Ottomans did for them.
One of the unexpected sources of aid in this crisis was the Ottoman Caliphate. Sultan Abdul-Majid I went his way to try to help so he could ease the suffering of the Irish people.
Wow.
Sultan Abdul-Majid was only 23 years old in 1847 when he personally offered £10,000 in aid.
10,000 pounds?
He had already ruled the Caliphate for nearly 10 years. In that time, he earned the admiration of many of his own subjects and others around the world. But this time, he would have to scale back his generosity.
Yeah.
British diplomats advised him that it would be offensive for anyone to offer more than Queen Victoria, who would...
Look, so now Ottoman want to help them more, and now the British, they are not helping them enough, like only 2,000 pounds, and still they come to Sultan Abdul Majid that why are you helping them more than Queen Victoria? Bro, you have to help them more than Ottomans. That is a competition. Competition of doing good. It's stupidity.
Only donated £2,000. It was suggested that he should donate half of that amount, so he gave £1,000. The Sultan's donation was appreciated by the public in Britain and Ireland as well. One English religious journal published an article titled "A Benevolent Sultan," in which the author wrote, "For the first time, a Mohammedan sovereign representing multitudinous Islamic populations manifests spontaneously a warm sympathy with a Christian nation. May such sympathies in all the genial charities of a common humanity be cultivated and henceforth ever be maintained between the followers of the Crescent and the Cross." The press also blamed the British diplomats in Constantinople for rejecting the initial donation of £10,000 just to avoid embarrassing Queen Victoria. Meanwhile, Sultan Abdul-Majid...
Yeah, it is big stupidity, like just to avoid any type of bad feeling about Queen Victoria, you are stopping the aid. Instead of this, if British aided more than 10,000 pounds, it would have been better, because whenever we read history, they have been looking back to the Ottoman Empire, saying that it is a ill person of Europe. If ill person of Europe is giving 10,000 pounds, you should be giving more. What should I say? Like, it is a history.
had found other ways to help. Today, the port town of Drogheda in Ireland
Okay.
includes a crescent and a star, both of which are symbols of Islam
Wow.
in its coat of arms. Local tradition has
Wow.
it that these symbols were adopted after the Ottoman Empire secretly sent 5 ships loaded with food to the town in May 1847.
5 ships.
The reason for the secrecy is that the British administration had allegedly tried to block the ships from entering Drogheda's harbour. Evidence that backs up these claims includes newspaper articles from the period and a
The Great Irish Famine of 1847, in remembrance and recognition of the generosity of the people of Turkey towards people of Ireland. Wow. Unveiled. Wow. So it is the proof of this, that how much Turkey helped them. They are so much thankful.
letter from Irish notables explicitly thanking the Sultan for his help. The nationalist Irish Freeman's Journal celebrated these efforts. The conduct of Abdul Majid on the occasion referred to, the author wrote, was that of a good, humane and generous man. A believer in
he was a
Mohammedanism,
great human.
he acted in the true spirit of a follower of Christ and set an
Sallallahu.
example which many professing Christians would do well to imitate. Though Abdul Majid probably hadn't expected any kind of
Wow.
returns on his aid to the Irish, some of them rallied to his side
Wow.
in 1854, just 2 years after the famine ended. Britain had become involved in the Crimean War to defend Ottoman territory
Oh.
against an expanding Russian Empire. In addition to Irish nurses and engineers and some of the first war journalists in history, about 30,000 Irish soldiers served in the war.
Whoa.
Despite the suffering that they and
30,000.
their families had endured during the Great Famine, they were noticed to be serving enthusiastically in defense of the territory of the Sultan who had helped them in their
Wow.
time of need.
It's nice, obviously. Like, Irish people also remembered the help given by Sultan Abdul Majid, and they sent 30,000 soldiers to fight shoulder to shoulder with Ottoman soldiers. And yeah, it is a part of history that Russians were expanding and British were blocking them by helping Ottomans. But it is nice. Yeah, I'm so much interested in these type of history events where Turkey and Ottomans have done a lot of good things for this world and the people. So you should be sending me the link of the history videos where it is about Ottoman, Seljuk, Turkey, and all these things, and the help and the good things that they have done. I've loved the video a lot. Hope you have also enjoyed the video. We will try to meet with another amazing video still that day. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.